The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Longman Simplified English Series. Read by Pichitchai Nopagao. Chapter 21. Digging for Treasure. There comes a time in the life of every normal boy when he is filled with a desire to go somewhere and dig for hidden treasure. This desire suddenly came upon Tom one day. He failed to find Joe Harper, and Ben Rogers had gone fishing. But he stumbled upon Huck Finn, the red-headed. Tom took him aside and revealed the matter to him privately. "Where shall we dig?" asked Huck. "Oh, almost anywhere." "Why? Is it hidden all around?" "No, of course it's not. It's hidden in every special places, Huck. It's sometimes on islands, sometimes in rotten chests under the end of a line of an oar. Dead tree, just where the shadow flows at midnight, but mostly under the floor in haunted house. Who hides it? Why, robbers, of course. Who do you think? Teachers? Don't they come back for it? No, they think they will, but they generally forget the marks, or else they died. Anywhere, it lies there a long time and gets rusty. Then somebody finds an old yellow paper that tells one how to find the marks, and a paper that has to be studied for about a week because it's mostly science. Have you got one of those papers, Tom? No. Well, then, how are you going to find out? Well, then, how are you going to find out the marks? I don't want any marks. They always bury it under a haunted house or on an island or under a dead tree with one line sticking out. There are lots of trees with their limbs sticking out, hundreds of them. Is it under all of them? How you talk? No. Then, how do you know which one to go for? Go for all of them. Why, Tom, it will take all the summer. Well, that doesn't matter. Suppose you find a pot with $100 in it, or a rotten chest full of diamonds. Would you like that? Huck's eyes closed. That's fine, Tom. Fine enough for me. Just give me the $100, and I won't want any diamonds. All right, but I won't turn my toes. All right, but I won't turn my nose up at diamonds. Some of them are worth $20 each. There aren't any word less than a dollar. Haven't you ever seen one, Huck? I don't think so. Oh, kings have bags of them. Well, I don't know any kings, Tom. I know you don't, but if you went to Europe, you'll see heaps of them. Are they in heaps? In heaps? No. Well, why did you say that word? Well, why did you say they were? I only mean that you'll see a lot of them. No, not in heaps, of course. Why you should want to be in a heap? Alright, but where are you going to dig first? Suppose we try that old date lamb tree on the hill, the other side of Stillhouse Stream. Alright, so they got a rusty pick and a spade and set out on their 3-mile walk. They arrived hot and breathless and threw themselves down in the shade of trees. Then they worked and sweated for half an hour. There was no result. They labored another half hour. There was still no result. Do they always bury it as deep as this? Asked Huck. Sometimes, not always, not generally. I think we haven't got the right place. So they chose a new spot and began again. The lovers drank a little, but still they made progress. Finally, Huck leaned on his spade, wiped the sweat from his forehead with his sleeve, and said, "We must be in the wrong place again. What did you think?" "It's very funny, Huck. I don't understand it." "Oh, I know what the matter is. What fools we are. You must find out where the shadow of the lamp falls at midnight. And that's where you dig. Then, hang it all. We're done all this work for nothing. Now we've got to come back at night. It's a very long way. Well, I'll come round and milk tonight." The boys were there that night about the appointed time. They sat in the shadow waiting. It was a lonely place, and the boys talked a little. Presently they judged that midnight had come. They marked where the shadow fell and began to dig hopefully. The hole deepened and deepened, but every time their hearts jumped when they heard the pick strike upon something. They only suffered a new disappointment. It was only a stone or a root. "It's no use, Huck," said Tom at last. "We are wrong again, but we can't be wrong. We marked the shadow exactly." "I know, but there's another thing. We are only guests. I know, but there's another thing. We are only guess the time. Perhaps it was too late or too early. Huck dropped his spade. That's it, he said. We can never tell the right time. And besides, this kind of thing is too awful. I feel that if there is something horrible behind me all the time, and I'm afraid to turn around, because perhaps there are others in front waiting for a chance to jump at me. I felt queer all over ever since I got here. Well, I feel the same. Huck. They nearly always put in a dead man when they bury a treasure under a tree to watch it. Good heavens! Yes, they do. I've always heard that. Tom, I don't like to interfere with places where there are dead people. One's sure to get into trouble with them. I don't like to stir them up either. Huck, suppose this one here was to stick his head out and say something. Don't, Tom. It's awful, I said. Let's give this place up and try somewhere else. Tom considered for a moment and then said, The haunted house, that's it. I don't like haunted houses, Tom. Why? They're far worse than dead people. Dead people may talk, but they don't come sliding round in a street when you're not noticing and peep over your shoulder all of a sudden and grind their teeth the way and goes there. I couldn't bear such a thing as that, Tom. Nobody could. Yes, but Huck, ghosts only travel around at night. They won't hinder us from digging there in the daytime. So what's the use of being afraid? Well, alright, we'll try the haunted house if you so say. But I think it's taking a risk. They have started to go down the hill by this time. They're in the middle of the moonlit. Wallace stood in haunted house, utterly lonely. His friends had gone long ago, with hiding the doorstep, the chimney in ruins, the window flames without glass, and corner of the roof falling in. The boys went far to the right to keep as far as possible from such an evil-looking place.